Hey Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know, my name is Sky. I typically write paranormal romance under the name ST Haggis. Today is day 7 of NaNo, and I don't know how many days I've actually filmed for this NaNo Uncut series. So there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I did get some writing done. Amy and I went back over to Amy's house today and we finished up Good Omens, which was only 6 episodes long, but each episode was like almost an hour in length. We finished up Good Omens. It's excellent. I highly recommend it. Loved it. We loved it. And I totally ship Crowley and I'm gonna butcher his name. Aziraphale. There we go. Azzy. We've got to the point where we were just calling him Azzy for short because I could not for the life of me say his name. So yeah, we finished that and loved it. And yeah, and then we talked. We did some tarot readings because we've been doing some daily tarot stuff, and we also did writing. And I worked on what I've been working on, which is called, currently it's my working title, it's called Paw Prints and Broomsticks. And I say and I used, instead of using an and symbol or the word and or the ampersand, I used a plus symbol. So right now it's just called Paw Prints plus Broomsticks. But we kind of went over that a little bit as far as like I kind of word vomited a bunch of stuff as far as ideas go for that story, which helped me kind of get into the flow of writing it a little bit better. I'm still trying to figure out some things because I never fully finished the outline for that. I'm still trying to figure out some details that are going on, but I'm getting there slowly. And then I've wrote less than 1,000 words, but I plan on doing a little bit more writing before I go to bed. So I'm getting ready to do a bit more writing while this is probably uploading to YouTube. Let's see. We also discussed a couple of things, not tonight. We kind of reviewed them tonight, but it was some stuff that we talked about last night for the Damned and Dangerous series. I talked about some of the stuff that was bothering me as far as plot holes go, and we kind of worked it out just by talking to each other. And I got to the point where I think, all right, so I need to back up here and talk about this a little bit more. Let me take off my glasses because they're starting to hurt my nose. I've been wearing them all day. So Damned and Dangerous is now 4 books. It originally started off as 3 books, and then I got an idea to do an event that was being talked about a lot, but I hadn't actually written as a novella. Or actually, it was originally supposed to be a short story. The short story quickly turned into a novella. The novella actually turned into a novel that is the same length as the rest of the books in the series. So instead of writing a prequel, it became book 1, and then books 1, 2, and 3 became books 2, 3, and 4. So it's now a 4-book series. The first draft of all of them have been written. Damned and Desolate, which is the very first book. Damned and Desolate, which is the first book with the rewrite, has been written multiple times. Damned and Dangerous, which was originally the first book and is now the second book, has been written multiple times. And then books 3 and 4, Damned and Deadly and Damned and Demonic, have only been written 1 time each. When I wrote the ending to Damned and Demonic, I was just trying to finish it up. So it's shit. I know it's shit, and it did not follow what I wanted to happen in the first place. So I'm going to have to rewrite that no matter what. But I think we've worked out the plot holes. If you've been watching some of my streams in the past, I've mentioned a couple times that I needed to re-outline all 4 books and basically rewrite them all from scratch. Well, in talking to Amy and just kind of word vomiting ideas and stuff back and forth, I might be able to get away with not doing that. We were able to work it out so that some of the events that happened that I thought were causing major plot holes can still happen, and then I just have to work them into it as far as later books go. There's something that happens to one of my main characters, Sorsha, and she forgets that she's ever met the other main character, Lars, before. And like when she sees him again 10 years down the road, she looks at him and she's like, "You look familiar, but I don't know why." And one of the major plot holes to me was that when I was writing that, the the original idea was just like an amnesia due to an accident when she was in the military. And I was like, that feels like a cop-out. I know it really happens in real life, but it feels like that's just way too convenient that she doesn't remember him because of an accident. And so one of the things that Amy told me to do was possibly bring in one of my major bad guys and be like, hey, maybe he is the reason the accident happened in the first place. And if I can find a way to tie them together so that it seems less like an accident, it might work. So that thought got my brain moving, and I'm actually really excited to work on Damned and Dangerous series again, which is good because honestly, I've just been wanting to throw it into a trash fire. So as soon as NaNo's over, or as soon as I finish this first draft of Paw Prints plus Broomsticks, I'm going to go back to the Damned and Dangerous series, which has me excited. I'm just really tired, so I can't express it. It's not that late for me, but it's late, especially when you have a headache growing right around here. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to Broomsticks and Paw Prints and Broomsticks is my major goal for NaNo. I am really behind in word count still. I'm about 5,000 words behind in the daily word count to get caught up. And I'm okay with that because I'm working on a brand new story that I really started outlining 2 to 3 days before NaNo actually started, and that's just not, while that's long enough for me to get something outlined when I already know exactly where that story is going, in this case, I had a vague idea of like some of the things that I were going to basically get the ball rolling in this story, and that's about it. That's all I had idea-wise. I don't know who my major bad guy is. I keep thinking necromancers because I really like necromancers, but another part of me is like, no, that's not gonna work. So I'm still trying to figure out who my major bad guy is and why that's going to affect my two main characters. My two main characters in this case, the reason it's called Paw Prints and Broomsticks is one of them is a witch and one of them is a werewolf, and neither knows what the other is. Witches are really good at masking their scents from other supernatural creatures. I haven't decided what supernatural creatures are in this story except for werewolves and witches, and maybe necromancers if I end up finding a way to tie them all in. But he's a werewolf, and to him, witches smell normal because they can mask their scent. And then she smells normal because she is a witch from a long line of witches, and everyone else in her family, including her siblings, are witches and have powers, except her. And there are specific reasons why she doesn't that I've already started to crop up, but that's kind of what gets the ball rolling as far as the plot so far and where I've ended up, because I'm discussing about I'm kind of laying down the framework for why she does not have powers already, which has been fun. But until I can figure out what the actual bad guy is, this is just going slow for me, which is part of the reason I'm behind word count, because I have been working on it. I have not included any work I've done during November for the outline as part of my word count. Otherwise, I would have 2,500 extra words and I would actually be on target almost. Just because over the weekend, that first weekend of NaNo, I wrote a lot on the outline. I wrote 2,500 words roundabouts on the outline. So, but I'm not counting those because I want to count just the story itself. I do have places in it where I'm getting to the point where I am not pressing backspace, and if I find something where I don't like the way it's worded, I just keep going. But I do highlight that section, that word, that whatever it is I don't like in yellow so that I can take it out easier later once I finish writing this first draft. Right now, I just want to get the first draft out. So yeah, excuse me, that's where I stand. What's going on? I'm working on Paw Prints and Broomsticks. I'll be switching to Damned and Dangerous again as soon as we finish this novel, and then I've watched Good Omens the past couple of days, and it's really good. Really, really good. I highly enjoyed it. In fact, we just finished watching it today, and I'm already ready to rewatch it again. I might put it on when I go to bed tonight. Just say that might happen. But otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below where you stand at as far as your nano count goes. If you are doing NaNoWriMo, what you're working on, what is going well for you, what isn't, because I just realized that's part of what I just discussed. This was a major info dump of information. I apologize. Lots of random stuff going on in this video. But anyways, I will see you guys all next time. Bye.